want to thank you. We want to thank you. Give us happy night for our night.
So much rain. Really made my night. It helped make me Mira.
You did my music so much fun. I had such a wonderful night. It was the best time of my life.
Magical memories were amazing. We had a wonderful wedding. It was amazing. Everyone.
We just finished. We watched a great show, Magical Memories.
Thank you.
Magical memories was amazing. I had the best fun ever.
It was so much fun. Fucking blast.
Everything was perfect.
All right, welcome everybody. Once again, we will begin in just. I want to say thank you for joining us for another edition of Interactive Magic Theater. We're excited to have our summer movie themes going on today. We shall see you all in just a minute. Thank you for joining. Feel free to share, like, and enjoy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to welcome you once again to our virtual Magic Theater. Introducing our host, the main man. Let's give it up for the dominant mind, Gary Dreyfus.
Hello. Welcome, everybody, and welcome to another virtual interactive magic. Today's theme, summer movies. Whoa. This is a fantastic show we have planned for you, and I want to start right away with one of my favorite effects. I have a whole bunch of summer movies here, ladies and gentlemen. A whole bunch. You'll see that? Good. Now I need somebody. Let's see. I just need to hear somebody. So Rachel Garrett.
Hi.
Are you there? Rachel?
Yes, hello.
Good. Hi. Welcome. All right. You see, I have this slip. Now I have to cut right in the middle of one of the slips, one of the movies. So I'm going to move the scissors up and down. and you say stop at any time.
Stop.
Okay, all right. Now I'm right between movies, so you want me to move up a little or down a little?
Up.
Up, right there, okay?
Sure.
Okay, good. Now, I want you to see, by the way, I had a toot-toot here. Toot-toot! I want you to see where you had me cut. Do you see that?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Now, I just want you to see that there's nothing else in there.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute, Rachel. That's pretty astounding, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you didn't feel that you were at all directed to do that, were you?
I did not.
Well, I want to show you something, because sitting in the audience right now is my granddaughter, Chloe. Wave, Chloe.
Hi.
And when we were talking about it, I said, Chloe, what is your favorite summer movie? And she told me she had a favorite summer movie. And that favorite summer movie was... Let's hear for Chloe!
Yay!
Think about Chloe. All right, that was great, and thank you so much, Rachel. Rachel, just one question. We had nothing planned on this at all. In fact, we've never spoken before, have we?
We've not.
Okay. Don't seem so happy about that. Anyway, our first performer is the voice that you hear every week at Virtual Interactive Magic. He's the producer and director of these shows, and he had the great idea to start doing these interactive magic shows from the very beginning. So we're going on 4 months now. He may look familiar to you. He is the featured performer at Forest Park, at LOL Comedy Club, and aside from being a fantastic magician, he's also a very popular DJ throughout the tri-state area. Give it up for Omar Illusion.
Good morning, shalom, l'chaim, bienvenue. Those of you from Brooklyn, yo, my name is Omar Illusion, and wow, I've been doing magic now for 40 years. I'm only 37, but that's how good I am. Now, I've developed a couple of ideas I wanted to play with specifically for this camera and for you all, just to make sure everybody can see well. And for those of you in Facebook land are able to participate this way, if you can see how many dots are right there, can you type in the amount of dots that you see? Now, I know some of you probably know that there's more dots on the other side. There are actually this many dots on this side. And again, if you can see this, type the number that you can see right there in the chat, right there on Facebook. So we have 4 on this side. I see somebody that typed 1. No, we have 3 on the other side. And on this side, it's not 4. We actually do have 6. So I do apologize for those of you who were seeing 1 dot and 4 dots, but we actually have 3 and 6. Now, this is actually pretty fun to do. I'm sure some of you may have figured out how this works, but in case you haven't, I'll explain it to you now. It's actually an optical illusion. That's right. In your mind, you're actually seeing 1 dot, but we actually have 2. Now, the cool thing about this is, in your mind, you're actually filling in that dot. And due to the cameras, it's actually making it easier. There we go. There. See, if I cover that side, doesn't it look like 1 dot? And our eyes are that amazing that if we cover the other side and let that go, look, we actually have 3 dots. So just to make sure everybody on Facebook land was able to see, we have 6 dots. But if you understood what happened, you knew that we were actually hiding 1, and it's not really 6 dots. It's really 5 dots. Okay. So just to make sure everybody can see, we have, oh, I'm sorry. I guess we do have 6 dots. So 6 dots on this side. And if you remember over here, it looks as though we have 3 dots, but that couldn't be possible because there's only. Oh, look at that. I guess this new camera fills in the spots for you. Isn't that awesome? So if we have 3 dots on this side, you already know we have 8 there for you to go. Well, I just wanted to do that quick eye test for everyone, just to make sure we were able to see. Thank you for all of you on Facebook participating. If you did enjoy that, please share with us your likes, your loves, your smile, applaud all through Facebook. On Zoom, you can also do the same thing. Your reactions. If you haven't had a chance, click the button with the reactions. You have applause and you have a thumbs up. And for those who haven't seen the show just yet, we are magicians performing and having fun with us. So I always wanted to try making a bunny rabbit appear inside of a hat. Unfortunately, my bunny rabbit is still on hiatus. So I was going to do it with a magic word and using our practice hat. Our first word will be abracadabra. And although we can't quite hear everyone on Facebook, those of you on Zoom, if you have a moment to press your space bar, that will unmute you for just a moment to say the magic word abracadabra when I count to 3. And we will try to make a bunny appear. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Abracadabra.
And like magic, look at that. We had everyone, even on Facebook land, make the bunny rabbit appear. Ooh. No, not boo. You mispronounced that. It's ooh. Yes. So if we wanted to make the bunny disappear, we can say hocus pocus, and we'll give that a try by typing it. Ready? Everybody say hocus pocus.
Hocus pocus.
Perfect. Look at that. And the bunny rabbit disappeared. Again, not as impressive because I know some people already know how this trick works. They think the bunny rabbit's inside the hat. He's not inside there. And I know some of you in the back telling me to turn it around. If I turn it around, the bunny rabbit is not there. Now, I can do this for another 17 more minutes, but you guys aren't here for that. You want to make sure you see the bunny rabbit, which is not here and not there. We now need the magic word, which is hocus pocus and abracadabra put together. New magic word, abracahocus. If we all whisper that, abracahocus.
Yes.
And that makes the bunny rabbit come back. See that way. Oh, no, it wasn't abracahocus. It was the other way around. It was hocus cadabra. When you say hocus cadabra, that's the magic word that now brings that's flowers. Hocus. You know what? We'll go back to the original magic word. The magic word that gets you everything you want. I'm sure everybody knows this one. The magic word is please. There you are. And that makes the bunny rabbit come back. Thank you. No, somebody just typed that they saw a panda. Don't call me names. That's not nice. I'm trying to lose the belly. Oh, in the picture. Well, you just saw a panda bear, flowers, a bunny rabbit, and a bird. And if you enjoyed that part, I want to see those reactions light up on Facebook and on Zoom. I will take a bow, and that's your cue to clap. Oh, perfect. There we go. Well, we have been playing around with quite a few illusions with y'all, and I like to explain to my audience what type of illusions we do. So I'll show you with this right over here. This, some people might know as the babysitter, or maybe just me. I'm not sure. We have 2 ends on this rope, and we have 1 middle. The idea for you is if I cut the middle, can you imagine 2 ropes, even though I didn't cut the rope? See, by not cutting it and actually to imagine the 2 ropes, I just had you see something in your mind. That's called an illusion. That's how my magic works. So if we cut the rope, I have 2 ends on 1 rope, 4 ends on 2 ropes, but this is where I might need some of your help. If you know how many ends are on a rope and a half. Does anybody know? Some are saying 4, some are saying 6. A rope and a half, if you think about it logically, would have 3. And if you don't believe me, look at my hands. You see 1, 2, 3 ends on a rope that only has 1 middle. Now, if that wasn't strange enough, a lot of you there were saying 4 ends. You know how much stranger it would be to have 1, 2, 3, 4 ends and only 1 middle? That's impossible. The weird part about it is these 2 ends, they wouldn't even belong here. They'd belong all the way down here. So now there's 2 ends there, 2 ends there. I'll snap my fingers, open this up. Now you can actually see 2 ropes. Maybe I went too fast with that. I'll do my best to slow it down, and I'll even use shapes this time. If everybody can look carefully, you will see that there's actually a circle. For those of you in private school, that is an oval. But I want you to use your imagination. When we play with magic, that's the best part to use. Having you look at this and tell me what shape it is. It's not a circle. It might be a smile. Could be a heart. Could be a pancreas. Who knows? No wrong answer. But if you remember when I first started this effect, I only had just one rope. That means there's only two ends to this rope, and it'd be impossible to show you guys all those different ends. Just for you to see that I'm cheating, I'll bring it nice and close. I'll untie the rope, and you can even see, look, no magnets, nothing sticky. Now, most magicians, when they do a trick with the rope, they cut the rope and they put it back together. I don't know how many of you have seen that, but I'm going to try it just a tad bit differently. What I'm going to go do is go down the rope. Can somebody type stop or yell stop as I go down the rope, and I will make sure to cut right where you say stop. Ready? Go.
Stop.
Right there. Ooh, that was fast. Yeah, that's not even. I expected a little bit, but you got it there. That means we only have one big rope and we only have one little rope. So it's going to be a little tougher to put those back together that way, but I'll give it a try to see what I can do. The only way I can do that, though, is by hypnotizing you. Have you guys been hypnotized before? Not okay. Well, if any of you have Netflix, it's the same idea. All you have to do, just stare right here, and little by little, you actually see that little rope shrinking itself. If you look carefully, you actually see it little by little start to diminish itself all the way into a small little knot. So now all we do is take that knot, blow onto it, and back to one rope. Thank you all kindly for that. I do appreciate all your attention, and I do appreciate you joining us again every week. I have one more effect I wanted to give a try, and I will be needing a volunteer for this. If you're interested, please feel free to raise your hand or hold up your thumb up signs on Zoom. If you're interested in joining, I just have to ask a couple of questions, nothing too embarrassing. I see let me see. There's an Ethan that's connecting. No, that won't work. Perhaps we can come back to this because I see a lot of people getting prepared. So if anything, I will try to come back on. Hopefully we'll have more guests by that point. I will pass it back to Gary. Thank you very much, Gary.
Let's hear for Omar Illusion, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. That was fantastic. All right, our next performer it has been with Virtual Interactive Magic since its inception. That means from the beginning. He is a featured performer at Ninja Theme Club, a regular at LOL Comedy Club, and he's one half of the off-Broadway performers, Two Jokers in Every Day. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for a very dear friend, Lee Allen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen and Magic fans. Thank you for coming out here today. My name is Lee Allen. Hold on a second. I can't really. Oh, there I am. Hello. I'm going to pin my own video to see what I'm doing. There we go. Welcome, guys. Welcome to yet another edition of Virtual Home Magic Shows. I want to thank everyone for being here today. I want to thank you for getting in front of your devices and so forth and joining us here. Honestly, because if it wasn't for you guys, we'd be doing this pretty much for ourselves. I've been doing card tricks for myself, and honestly, I'm pretty bored with them. You know, and yeah. So what I want to do is I want to start out with a little coin trick, if that's okay. You know, when people start out in magic, a lot of us start kind of the same way. Yeah. Either they see a magician, or maybe they get a kit as a kid, and they kind of catch the bug, and they end up doing magic tricks for friends and family. They all kind of start the same way. That's how I started, doing little magic tricks for my friends and family and so on. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. But at some point, when you're doing this a lot, and if you want to make this like a career, of some sort. You kind of want to find your own way with it. You want to present yourself on stage with your particular type of character for the audience to see. And it takes a little while to figure out what you want to do, who you want to represent, who you want the audience to see on stage. Let's start with, let's say this is this magician. Let's say this is Bob. We'll call this one Bob. All right. Let's say Bob, he wanted to be like the magicians he's seen on television or movies, the ones in the top hat and tails, the real classics, the ones that are able to make rabbits and doves appear right before your very eyes. We'll represent that with the it's called the English penny. That's a good place to start. That's that Bob there. The next Bob, well, actually, we'll call this another Bob. Yeah, we'll call him another Bob. He was a little different. He didn't want to be like the first Bob there. He wanted to be a little more edgy, if you will. Maybe you've seen the magicians who used to work the streets and doing tricks, gambling tricks, and or maybe pretending to take your money from you, things like that. A little more edgy, a little different. We'll represent another Bob with this coin, the Chinese coin, with a hole in the middle. Very different. Then there's a third one. We'll call him Lee. Why not? Lee's a good name, I think. It's an attractive name for a magician. I think so. So we'll call him Lee. And these guys over here, Bob and another Bob. Lee, yeah, he wasn't really, to be honest, yeah, the top hat and tails didn't suit him. The edgy stuff didn't suit him. After a couple of years of doing this, he figured out the best kind of magician he was kind of like himself, a little awkward. Very awkward, actually. Nerd. A big nerd. And the best way to represent that magician is with a button. Yeah. Can't get more awkward than a big old white button next to these coins there. Yeah. So that's what it is. That's Bob and the Bob and Lee, That's kind of magicians they ended up being. That's kind of magician I ended up becoming. Me. Big old nerd. I'll get to that later. You know what? Since we're this topic, this show is about movies or blockbusters. I think one of the ones I wanted to talk a little bit about was some of the heist films that used to come out a lot, like Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12. I think it was Ocean's 13, Ocean's 8, Ocean's 105. Wasn't there someone? I've always been fascinated by those heist films. I think as a kid, when I grew up, I used to watch a lot of TV. I see movies like The Sting, and all those. And one of the things that always popped up in these heist films was pickpocketing. And I was always fascinated by that. Yes, I was. So much so that when I got into magic and found out some magicians do pickpocketing on stage as a performance piece, I was like, oh, I'd like to learn a bit about that. And you did. Theatrical pickpocketing, it's kind of called. And what they'll do is they'll bring someone up and take their wallet and their watch and so forth. But because it's theatrical, they always gave it back. Because you didn't, that's a mugging. And nobody wants that. Not anymore, anyways. But the problem with me is I kind of, even though it was theatrical, I felt guilty taking things from people. So I decided if I want to talk about pickpocketing, maybe share a little bit with you. I'm going to because what's going on, I'm kind of by myself. I'm going to pickpocket. I'm going to pretend to pickpocket me. That's okay with everybody. So first thing about pickpockets you have to know, in the movies usually work by themselves. No, they usually work in a group. There's more than one, and they all have different jobs. One of them might be to look for the police, and one might be to pick out someone to get, and then of course there's the one person who always did the pickpocketing themselves. And what they do is they would distract you a little bit, like maybe they may, like the pickpocket might knock into you a little bit, and oh, I'm sorry, as they bump into you, they'd slip inside and take your wallet. Yeah, I didn't feel a thing. Now, mind you, when it comes to pickpocketing, they never keep the wallet itself. They remove the valuables, yeah, and then they throw the wallet away. And the reason for that is they don't want to get caught with a wallet. It might have some ID and stuff in there. No, so they just throw it away. Now, the next thing you might want to pickpocket is a watch. Especially these days, there's a lot of valuable watches out there. So what they want to do is first make sure you have a watch worth stealing. So they may ask you a question, sir, where's the post office? And they go, oh, it's right over there. You see it over there. They get a good eye at that watch. They go, oh, yeah, that's the one I want to take. That's a value. This isn't valuable. No, it's my watch. But what they'll do is, since they have people helping them, they'll have an accomplice knock into that person, right? They might start to fall, and the pickpocket will grab them. Oh, are you okay? I got you. Don't worry about it. As they grab you, help you back out on your feet. Boom. The watch is off. So now they got your money. Now they got your watch. I forgot. There's one other person involved in this. Very important. They are. Let's see if I can find it. Their job is for the pickpocket to hand these things off to them. They never want to hold on to the valuables for very long in case the police catch up with them. So they have an accomplice to help. And since I'm by myself, I had to kind of create my own little accomplice with this here. This is I don't know if it's coming across okay because this is upside down. Oh, sorry. It's because this is all reversed. I'm not sure. Accomplice, yes. And their job is to hold on to take the valuables from the pickpocket. So he doesn't get caught with them. So that's what we're going to do with this. This is my accomplice. Yeah, I have to accomplish myself a little bit. So I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything inside here, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, one other thing. Sometimes they might want to take some of your jewelry, like a ring or a necklace or even earrings. That's not as fancy as you. They don't really knock into you or distract you. Sometimes they just wait till you fall asleep on the subway or something, and then they just slip it right off your finger, and boom, it's gone. Yeah, just like that. So that's what they've done. They've taken all your stuff, boom, and you've been pickpocketing. But since it's theatrical pickpocketing, what I learned, we give it back. And since I'm pickpocketing myself, obviously I'm going to give myself everything back to me. But remember I said we're going to pretend to pickpocket me. Remember, we're going to pretend. So this never really happened at all, if you think about it. No. All this stuff is gone. Yeah. The ring, of course, that's back on my finger. The watch is back on my wrist. And the money, well, that's back in the wallet. Like I said, it was just pretend. Yeah. Like I said, I used to love those heist films. Still do. Get that later. One other thing I want to do for you guys today, I want to do a little card trick for you. That's what I love to do, and I'll tell you why. To do that, they'll require some help from somebody from the audience. So I'm going to take a moment here and bring up the bunch of people I see. Let's see if I can pick somebody I don't know. What we got here? Okay, I'm going to bother Rachel maybe because I know I don't know her. Rachel, you don't have to turn your camera on, but I'd like to hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. Can you see me okay?
Yes.
The reason I'm asking is I'm using a new camera. I want to make sure you can see okay. Rachel, I'm going to flash some cards to you. If you see one you like, just say it out loud.
Say the name of the card?
Yes, please.
All right. Two of hearts.
Two of hearts. Oh, that's okay. Two of hearts. Two hearts. Two of hearts. Two of hearts. That's the one we're going to use for this. All right. That's okay. I'm going to put everything back in the box for now. So, Rachel, what I'm going to do is normally I would have you sign a card. Hold on a second. But we can't do that here because it's Zoom. So what I'm going to do is take this card that you've chosen, and I'm going to just tear out a corner, just like this. And put it right there for now. Now, what I want to do, oh, you know what? I forgot one really important thing. Oh, hold on a second here. See here. There we go. Oh, wait, hold on. Rachel, this card trick requires me to use a knife. Now, the reason I wanted to show this off to everybody before I do any more. This knife says on it, Red Ranger. The reason I picked up this knife is because of a movie. It was a very popular movie with me. Not a summer blockbuster, more of a winter one. It was called A Christmas Story, where the main character, Ralphie, wanted to get a Red Ranger BB gun for Christmas. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. It's a bit of a classic these days. And so when I saw this pocket knife out there one day on a street corner, I picked it up because of that movie, and I really loved it. And I still use this today for magic tricks and so forth. Like I said, I'm a pretty big nerd. So we're going to use this today as part of our magic trick. So what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to take your card, and we're going to move it back in the box, everything else. Watch it go in. You guys see it go in okay? And we're going to close it up. And we're going to place these cards in a bag. Make sure the bag is empty. As you can see, there's nothing inside. And as for your card, I'm going to leave it right here. Okay. 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 Maybe not a good idea. I can't understand what I'm saying. I'm going to place your corner right there so we don't lose it. Place all the cards in the box, in the bag, like so. Okay. Close up the bag like so. Take our Red Ryder official pocket knife, and we put a little stab right through the bag. Now watch. 1, 2, 3. That's called gravity. Let me get that for you. Hold on, please. There we go. And we're back. Now, as you can see, one card I stabbed through. One card came out of the bag. Cards are still in the box. But the question is it the card that you picked today? Let's find out. Perfect match. Normally I'd let you keep this, but again, zoom. So if you'd like this, just send me a self-addressed envelope with a cashier's check for about $100, and I'll send this to you. Okay, Rachel, there we go. That's my time. I hope you guys enjoyed my tricks today. I know I enjoyed doing them for you. There's a lot more magic to come, though. Please stay tuned, watch, and enjoy. I want to wish you all guys a very happy summer so far. My name is Lee Allen. I'm going to throw this back to our great MC Gary with my magic fingers. Magic fingers!
Let's hear from Lee Allen, ladies and gentlemen. That was fantastic. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you that all of our performers, an individual or all of them together, are available for private virtual shows. So what you can do is go on to omarillusion.nyc, read about your favorite performer by clicking on their photo. If you need to hire somebody for an event, they are available. At the same time, when you go on to omarillusion.nyc, if you feel the need, and why wouldn't you, to show your appreciation, leave a gratuity, you may do so on the link at omarillusion.nyc or clicking onto PayPal. It is not required, ladies and gentlemen. The virtual interactive magic shows are free. It's only if you feel you want to. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to think about while we see our next performer, if you have the capability of watching Zoom and at the same time can access another computer, so you could access Google. I'm going to ask after our next performer if we can try an experiment, but you have to be on Zoom and have another capability of accessing Google. So 2 computers around. All right, our next performer is making her virtual interactive magic debut, which is not to say she is not an accomplished magician. People say there are a dearth of female magicians. That is not true. There are plenty of female magicians. There may be a slight shortage of really good female magicians, and she is one of them. She is a magician. She's an author. She's an inventor of magic. She is not only a magician, but she is very active as I believe it's the regional director of SAM.
I'm the Society of American Magicians resourceress.
Oh, okay. She is, ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Crossan, magician at law.
Thank you so much, Gary. I'm really happy to be here. And I can see we've got people here in the Zoom room. I know that we have people watching on Facebook.
And even if you're watching afterwards, when this has already been recorded, this piece of magic is something that you can do with me. So please, wherever you are, wherever you're watching this, I want you to get closer to your camera. So come on in. Little closer, little closer. Ooh, too close. Okay, back up a little bit, good. I just want you close enough so that you can reach out and touch your screen. And that's what I'd like you to do. So let's see, first, I'm gonna make a magical gesture. Okay, and we have here, can we get that full screen? Thank you. So I'd like you to reach out and select, I have a grid here of 9 different movies, every movie a blockbuster. I'd like you to pick one of those movies, let's pick a movie about an animal. So let's say Roger Rabbit in the bottom left. There are some people in that, but Roger is the star and he's a bunny, so that suits. Independence Day, aliens, humans, not so much about an animal, so not Independence Day. So pick any movie you like, a movie about an animal, and put your finger on that movie. Now, I'm gonna give myself an easy one this time. I'm already sure that you're not thinking about Independence Day, so I'm gonna take that one away. Now, I'd like you to move your finger 5 times. We're gonna make 5 jumps together. I'll tell you how to do it. You're gonna move, each jump is up or down, or left or right to a neighboring rectangle. And we're gonna do 5 jumps. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your finger on that movie. Concentrate on it. Okay, I'm getting some images. I don't think you're thinking about Jaws or The Lion King, so I'm gonna take those away. All right, now we're gonna do 2 more jumps. I'll count them off, up or down, left or right to a neighboring square. 1, 2. Keep your finger there. Focus, concentrate, send me that thought. I don't think you're thinking about Roger Rabbit. I'm gonna take that away. Okay, now we're gonna do some more jumping. We're gonna make 3 jumps this time. Up or down, left or right to a neighboring square. 1, 2, 3. Concentrate, imagine the movie. If you've seen it, think about where you were that day. Okay, I don't think you're thinking about Spider-Man or Grease. So I'm gonna take those away. All right, we're getting close to the end. 1 more jump. 1. You're not thinking about Finding Nemo. Move back. Okay. I don't know where that interference is coming from. Okay. You made your 1 jump. I'm going to remove this time, okay, we're going to do 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. Focus, concentrate, remember that movie. Think about where you've seen it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Were we all thinking about oh, that was a scary one. Okay, we've got a little interference. Have we resolved the interference? Okay. There was one more thing that I want to do, also based on today's theme of blockbuster movies. And a fairly recent movie was the movie Revenant, which was also a little scary, a little intense. But I'm very excited. I have one of the stars of the movie Revenant here with me today. He's been working on becoming a magician, and so he's going to perform for you. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the stars of the movie Revenant. Come on. Come on. 1 second. Here he is. Come on. Bamberg the bear. You don't recognize him? What their makeup department was really good. And well, you look great in the suit, Bamberg. Well, no, the movie, the camera adds 10 pounds. So, yeah, you've lost a little weight. So Bamberg today is going to do a card trick for you. But before we get to that, there is one question that I'm hoping Bamberg will answer. The question that I'm sure all of you want to know, which is, Bamberg, you were in Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. What was Leo like? Delicious. Bamberg. Bamberg. That's awful. That was a very scary scene. All right, let's get to the magic. Here. I could use some help from the audience. Bamberg is going to do a card trick, and he needs a volunteer. Would somebody mind? Let me just take a look over here. Let's see. How about Rachel? I can see you there. Would you mind unmuting and helping us out?
Not a problem.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So, hi, Rachel. My name is Sarah.
Hello.
Hi, and Bamberg. This is Rachel. Bamberg says
Hi, Bamberg.
hi. This is Bamberg. He's delighted to meet you.
Likewise.
So, thank you. So, Rachel, let's start. I'm going to run through the cards. Just say stop whenever you're ready.
Stop.
Okay. So, which one of these would you like? I'm going to split them just to make it easy. Would you like something from my left hand or something from my right hand?
Right.
My right hand. Okay. Do you want this one or the next one?
First one.
The first one here. Okay. So that will be your card.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Now it's okay that Bamberg sees this. I'm going to show it to him. In fact, Bamberg's going to hold on to it. He's going to take a good, close look. You got it? Okay. Take your card, and we're going to cut it into the pack. All right. Now, Bamberg, did you find her card? He says he did. So all I have to do, and you can help, just shout out. All I'm going to do is go through the cards, and one of them should be identified for us, maybe a little pencil mark or something. It should look a little bit different. Bamberg, where is it? Do you see it?
Ah.
Oh, there we go. That looks like Bamberg's mark. All right, good job. So remind us, please, what was your card?
Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts. And there it is. Bamberg found it. Excellent job, Bamberg. Now, phase 2. Bamberg, little bigger challenge for you. You're going to stand over here. You can do it. It's okay. You promised. All right. Fine. Honey afterwards if you get it right. Okay. He works for honey. I worry about the bees. If there's no honey, he won't work. Okay. And then I'm sunk because really, he does all the work. I just stand here and
They're
talk.
coming back. It's fine.
Thank goodness. Thank you. I appreciate that. To load off my mind. So we're going to make it a little harder on Bamberg this time. You ready? I'm going to run through the cards, and whenever you're ready, once again, say stop.
Stop.
Okay. Now I'm going to cover up his eyes so he can't see, and I'm going to show you. You can see the card?
Yep.
Excellent. Remember the card?
Got it.
Okay. Got it. All right. Hide it from Bamberg and put it back into the deck. All right. Bamberg, touch the deck. Using your magical powers and all the practicing that you've been doing while I'm off at work. Did you mark the card? He says he got it. So once again, if you would help me, all I have to do is go through the deck and find the marked card. So once again, here we go. Hoping Bamberg did his job. And looking for the marked card. Looking for the paw print. Bamberg, not seeing the paw print. I thought you got it. You know, Bamberg, at some point, just repeating, it's the marked card, it's the marked card, stops being helpful. Rich, did you see a marked card anywhere?
Nope. Oh, hey, the one on the shelf?
Let's take a look. Let's see how Bamberg did. What was your card?
8 of clubs.
Thank you so much. You're delightful. I really enjoyed that. Bamberg especially enjoyed that. I hope you and everybody else watching today has a great day. Gary, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Enjoy.
Let's hear from Sarah Krasson, Magician at Law. What a phenomenal debut, Sarah. That was great. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember, right before Sarah went on, I asked if anybody has, other than being at Zoom, also another way they can go on Google. Any of you? Just raise your hand, wiggle a finger at me. Rachel, is that raising a hand? You're able to get on Google while on Zoom? No. Norman, can you get on Google? Oh, okay. Let's unmute Norman. Hi, Norm. Okay. You have to unmute Norm.
Myself. Okay.
Okay. All right, Norm.
Yes.
Looking good.
Okay.
Now, Norm, do you have a favorite movie? Now, okay, let me expand that. Do you have a movie you love or one you hate? Or maybe it's a movie you've never even seen and you've always wanted to see it. Or maybe there's a movie out there that you never want to see. Do you have a movie in mind?
Yes.
Good. I want you to go on Google and type in that movie.
Okay. Just a minute. Okay.
Okay, good. Now, you should come up with a whole bunch of stuff on the movie, the cast, the date, the synopsis, all that stuff, right?
Right.
Now, there's no way I could know what movie you put in.
Never in a million years.
Have we discussed this at all?
Who are you? No.
No, yeah. You and Rachel both are very happy that you never talked to me before. Okay, so I want you, there's no way I know the movie, but I want you to go down the screen and find the date that's up there. You see the date? You got it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, good. Shh, don't say anything. I'm going to tell you the date. Would you be impressed?
I would be impressed.
Okay, let me see. The date is August 1st, 2020.
Yes. Today.
It works every time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Oh, stop groaning because you're going to try it with all your friends tomorrow. I know that. Okay. Our final performer is a very dear friend and somebody I have the utmost respect for. He has taken what some people would be considering a disability and turned it into an ability. He was born with cerebral palsy, didn't let that slow him down, and he's on his way to becoming one of the top mentalists in the country, ladies and gentlemen. He's an inventor of magic tricks. Be very careful, because he knows what you're thinking. Please give it up for Tommy Burnett.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? It's so good to see you. My name is Tommy. I'm going to entertain you, hopefully, for the next few minutes. And if not, my name is David Blaine. I'll get that out of the way first. So let me show you what we're working with here. We got some numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we have an envelope, okay? I'm going to place these inside the envelope in numerical order, okay? And then I'm going to make a little mark back here. I'm going to draw a circle. Okay. Okay. And let's get rid of this for now. And so what I've got essentially is sort of a circle on the outside of the envelope. Now, I think, Rachel, today is your day. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Everybody has their 15 minutes of fame, and I guess today is yours. So
I'll take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel, get it. Give her a round of applause. Yay! All right, thank you. Yeah, it's so good to have so many people here today. Basically, this is what's going to happen. We're going to do a little bit of a warm up to see if we can get in sync. Okay. I'm going to remove one number at a time. Yes, somebody should say you are now an official member of the cast. So I'm going to slowly pull out one number at a time, and your job will be to simply say stop, or go back, or go one more, right? But initially it'll be to say stop. And I will stop you. I will stop when you say stop, okay? And you can go all the way to 5 if you want, but you can stop on 4, 3, whatever, okay? So I'm going to take out 1, and do you want me to keep going, or do you want me to
keep
stop?
going?
Keep going, okay. And let's say we'll pull out 2.
Keep going.
Okay. And we'll pull out 3.
Stop.
Stop on 3. Okay, now this is where my keen sense of manipulative skills comes into work. 3 is a very unlucky number, and I humbly suggest that you either go forward 1 or go back 1. No, okay. If you want to stay on 3, we can stay on 3. I've already made my commitment on the back of the envelope, so I'm either going to be wrong or I'm going to be right. So,
we can go forward.
No, I mean, it's up to you. You want to go forward?
No, let's stick with 3.
Stick with 3. Okay, good, because that's actually what I did right on the envelope. 3. So that's good. So that's good. Thank you. Yeah, I give this a round of applause. Let's see if we can keep that going a little bit. Inside here, I have another prediction, and this one is more of a movie type thing. I have an old timey cinema ticket. And if you were here, I would be handing this to you. But since you're not here, I'm going to leave it on my table so it'll be in plain view. And then we have some miniature movie posters that I downloaded off the internet. We have, and by the way, I'm old, so these are all movies that are relevant to me. So I don't care if they're relevant to you. No. But I was worried that I didn't want to overlap on the other performers, so I went back to the 1970s. So I figured nobody would want to go that far back and actually admit that they knew what the movies were. So, but anyway, we have American Graffiti, which was made by the guy who made Star Wars, George Lucas. I believe that was his first film. I could be wrong. Then there was Chinatown with Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway. And in my opinion, it's probably the best screenplay ever written, aside from maybe Casablanca. And if anybody wants to debate me on that, we'll talk later. But I stand very firmly on that. Then we have Meatballs, which was a funny comedy with Bill Murray about a summer camp, and it had a lot of spin-offs that were not as funny as that one was. And then of course, the classic Paper Moon with Ryan and Tatum O'Neal, father and daughter in real life. Very iconic movie at the time. Peter Bogdanovich directed it. Anywho, are you familiar with any of those, Rachel? Yeah, that's because you're young and you have the rest of your life ahead of you. And no, I'm kidding. I have the rest of my life ahead of me too. If it happens to be over tomorrow around 3:30. But that's another story. That's how good of a mentalist I am. So here's your job, Rachel. Like I said, I would be giving this to you if you were here with me now, and then you would take it and place it on top of any one of these 4 movies, as if you were going to see that movie.
Okay.
And this is your ticket to go to the movie, right? So before you make your final choice, I did pick movies that were psychologically better for me to figure out what kind of person you are. Like, for example, the ones on the outside have a lot of blue in them, right? So you might not want to pick those because those are very similar. They're also on the outside, and 90% of the time, people will pick the ones on the inside. Chinatown has a lot of yellow and red in it, and it stands out different from all the other ones. It also has 2 major Hollywood stars on the front, and very obvious. Then we have Meatballs, which is the only one that has a white border on it. So, having said that, and you have a free choice, which one would you like me to place the ticket on?
I'm going with Chinatown.
Chinatown. Now, would you like to stay there, or would you like to sneak into a different movie theater and see a different movie?
No, I'd like to stay there.
Okay. Again, remember, this was your choice. And I did not influence you in any way whatsoever, but you placed the ticket on top of Chinatown. Now, had you had this in your hand, I could have said to you, I want you to open it up because on the inside, I wrote a prediction. And on the inside, it says, you saw the Chinatown.
Very nice.
Okay, we're getting in sync. We're getting in sync. So I think we got time for one more. And actually, this one, everybody, if you want to play along with this is an old bar bet that I used to do back in the day when I used to hang out in bars a lot. All right, let's face it, I still hang out in bars. But that's another story. All right, so I have this piece of paper here, and it says the blank doctor was blank to operate because he had blank. And you'll notice that the blanks have 7 letters in each blank space.
Okay.
And guess what? It's the same 7 letters, and it's the same order of the 7 letters. So I give you all the hints. Can you guess what this is supposed to say? Now, I'll give you some time, but when I was in the bar, the bet was, if you can't figure it out, you have to buy me a drink. But I'm not going to do that today. If you can't do it, you just have to live with the shame of not being that smart. No, don't worry. By the end of this, it should be pretty amazing. So hopefully, anyway. Any idea?
It's the same word all 3 times?
It's the same letters in the same order, not necessarily one word each. Sometimes it's one word, sometimes it's 2. That's all the hints I'll give you.
I don't know.
Well, no, I'll give you another hint. It's also in English. Yeah. You don't know? Okay,
No.
so I'll give you a little extra help here. I have all the letters here written down on separate cards, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to give them a little mix here. Let's say put this up here and put these down here, and let's say, yeah, good. And now we're going to do something called deal or switch. So I can either deal one down, or I can take the top 2 and switch them around and then put them down. So would you like me to deal, or would you like me to switch the top 2?
Deal.
Deal, okay, and you want me to do this or switch?
Switch.
Okay, and so we'll switch those. And you want me to deal, or you want me to switch?
Switch.
Okay, and then we deal or switch?
Deal.
Okay, and we got one left, so that has to be a deal. Okay, so we'll do that one more time. Okay, deal or switch?
Deal.
Okay, deal or switch?
Deal.
Okay, deal or switch?
Switch.
Okay, and deal or switch?
Deal.
Okay, and deal or switch?
Switch.
Okay, perfect. Now, you made all of those decisions. There's no way I could influence you on it in any way, and yet you still got all the letters in the exact right order. And so, as you can see, the top one is notable. The second one is not able. And the last one was no table. So when you read the whole thing, it says the notable doctor was not able to operate because he had no table. Oh, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have been great. My name is Tommy Burnett, and let's go back to getting diapers.
Holy cow! I can't talk. My brain is fried, Tommy. That was fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our virtual interactive magic show for this week. I want to thank our performers. First, we had Omar Illusion, followed by Lee Allen. Oh, let's not forget Chloe Wonder Woman. Sarah Carson making her debut. Hopefully, we'll be back real soon.
Bamberg wants to return.
Tommy Burnett, and let's not forget the star of the show, Rachel.
Oh, yes. Rachel.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a wonderful audience. Thank you so much for coming. We hope to see you back here real soon.
We want to thank the guys from Magical Memories. They gave us a fantastic night for our daughter's bar mitzvah.
So much magical memories. They literally made my night completely perfect. They helped with my quinceañera.
Steve made my sweet 16 so much fun. I had such a wonderful night. It was the best night of my life.
Magical Memories was amazing. We had a wonderful time at our wedding.
It was amazing. I guess everyone did.
Everything was wonderful.
We just finished watching a great show, Magical Memories.
Everyone did a wonderful job. My kids had a great time. It was totally awesome. Thank you.
Magical Memories was amazing. I had the best time ever.
It was so much fun. We had such